episode number 2 of the 8-door build. So, if you pay attention and you've been watching, you saw the other episode yesterday. Well, that was yesterday, but what you didn't see was 3 weeks worth of progress to get to that point. Now, 3 weeks and 1 day, it's seeing the light of day for the first time since we rolled it off into the body shop. Everything is put together, the roof is connected, the roof braces are installed, all the doors, as you see in the background, we went through a heck of a lot of doors to make this work. Not to mention we had to have 8 good ones. So we want to make sure all the mechanisms were right. We had to cut them, we had to chop them, weld them, paint them, jam them. But all 8 doors are on. The door handles are currently off because we're getting ready to do the wrap. Everything opens and closes like it's supposed to. Everything's jammed. Front fenders are getting ready to be hung. And now instead of sitting on the ground as it was yesterday, it's back on the shocks. So, as we said, you had to reach up. Here I am, 5'10" or so, standing here next to the truck. Well, we still got to put the big tires on it, which they're getting ready to go in the paint booth now, get painted. The rings to be painted, matching color to the wrap, the face plates. That's going to be pretty cool. So on top of that, bringing the truck up even higher, as you'll see, the shocks are completely down. That shock is probably a 18-inch travel shock. So we got a long ways to go up. So this rocker panel right here will be up here. It's the bottom of the door, hand height. But you can see the chassis really well right here. Amazing amount of work on the chassis was done. For those that want to know how the drivetrain is going to work out, the transfer case will settle right in here, dead center. So the front drive shaft and the rear drive shaft are going to be mirror images of each other. Meaning if we break one or want to carry a spare, we're going to be able to interchange anything we need. You'll see the yokes, monster yokes. This thing's got some of the biggest drive shafts like what a dump truck would have or a semi-truck. Front and rear steering. Of course, brakes, front and rear. Hanger bearing, support bearing, drive shafts. So it'll have 2 drive shafts per end. And like I said, they're going to mirror each other. So that way if we're somewhere in Texas or Florida or wherever we're at, and we do break something, tug of war and playing in the mud, it's going to be able to be on the shelf, put it back in the truck and go. AxleTech 5000 axles. AxleTech 5000 axles, as you can see, they're monsters. We got to set up for quad shocks. Not sure what we're going to do there yet. We might run an axle shock, might use a coil shock. Nitro shock should do what we want it to do, but without having the motor and the drivetrain, we don't know yet. But just to give you the scheme of things, this is a 4-door and a long bed. It was already long enough as a 4-door long bed. We had the 4 more doors added, so now it's an 8-door long bed. Front clips got to go on it, bumpers got to go on it, motor and trans. Probably be one of the next videos we bring you guys. We're going to try to do a time lapse of the wrap going on it, which is supposed to happen tomorrow. Then we'll be able to put the door handles back in it, get everything hooked up. That's about it. That's episode number 2, 8-door project. We do have the interior to do. We got a lot more to do. A lot more to do. And this truck will end up being a $100,000, $150,000 project when it's all said and done. But it's something we've always wanted to do. We had the base to work with here. A lot of changes, a lot of modifications. Even though it's booked in one piece, it needs a lot. But it's coming along good with the right hands on it. Everything's getting done the way it's supposed to get done. We hope you're enjoying watching this thing piece by piece. Or maybe we'll air up the shocks next time so you can see ride height, get the wheels and tires bolted back on it. We got our custom-made trailer ready to tug this thing around. Yes, it takes a specific trailer because of the length, because of the width, and because of the height. That trailer will be able to tow this thing around. And we're going to have a pretty cool tow rig hooked to it, so when this thing does debut, it's going to be pretty impressive. So keep watching. Thanks for subscribing. Drop your comments below. Call us anytime for anything else you want. Obviously, we're truck sales, and Davis Off-Road is truck accessories and ATV and UTV accessories. Anything we do to help you guys out, give us a ring.